I want to become a millionaire with a six-pack in 1,234 days. And right now, I'm at day 61. It's New Year's Eve, and at midnight something life-threatening happened. My wife and I stayed home because of our cats and enjoyed making Berliner. It is a northern German tradition to serve those jelly donuts for this day or right after midnight. And while all of those donuts are normally filled with some jelly, one is filled with mustard, which serves as a prank. We didn't do that. We filled ours with vanilla protein yogurt and a teaspoon of vegan eggnog. And that's probably the most alcohol I've ever had in 10 years. We also started solving a jigsaw puzzle, and finally midnight approached and the crazy thing happened. So we just went out on the balcony, looked at the beautiful fireworks left and right. Then I just looked down in our neighbor's garden and I saw something big. It was a very stormy night, I have to mention. And then I noticed it is a tree. A tree fell into our neighbor's garden and it crushed through the fence of our next door neighbors. And they were lucky and everybody was lucky it didn't hit the house. Wow. Good start in 2025, right? Day 62. The next day, my wife and I took another day ticket to the gym like last week. And after that, we took a long walk around half of the Alster, which is the little artificial lake in Hamburg. The stormy weather just didn't matter because it just felt so nice to have this New Year's walk. We went to a cafe, warmed up, had a very good cappuccino, and then we went walking for another 45 minutes into the city of Hamburg. We took a train home. What a great day. Now, let me rant a little bit if I may. What I do not think is that great in Germany. There's no limit of how much you want to bomb the shit out of everything on New Year's Eve. And since a couple of years, things are escalating a little bit more. It's getting more and more violent. Comparing the amount of damage and pain the fireworks are causing compared to the benefits is so little it almost hurts. But nothing will change because fireworks apparently blow in 100 to 200 million a year. So why would you want to stop when there's this much money involved, right? So after this rant, I just wanted to mention one more recommendation because my wife and I watched Poor Things in the evening. My wife knew the movie already. I haven't seen it before. And my goodness, it is fantastic. I love it. So I can recommend it, although there is a lot of creepy things going on too. Day 63.
I'm happy.
Okay. The holidays are over. It is time to face the challenges. Actually, I started yesterday already with the challenge to restrict the calories. 2,250 a day for 30 days straight. This will get rid of all the overweight I have gathered in the last couple of weeks. Maybe 2 weeks. So how can you trust me on this one? Well, you cannot.
That's just perfect.
But I will really try to diligently put everything in the Chronometer app. That's a very good app where you can put everything you eat in and you cannot really fool yourself unless you fool yourself. But I don't want to fool myself. I want to really do this. And if you enter all the data before you eat everything, you can very well evaluate this is under 2,250, I stay safe. Also, in the evening, I was working on my dungeon game and enhancing it. I really think I'm onto something. Day 64. Right now, I am triple challenging. Wow, so strong. The calorie restriction, getting the board game done, and also reading Dragon Ball. Okay, let's be serious for a second. Why is reading Dragon Ball a challenge? Let me tell you, it's a good challenge. I'm staying in front of the computer a little bit too much. If I instead read Dragon Ball, which I also enjoy, I'm spending time with my wife, with the cats, and especially before sleeping, I'm reading those books. It's much better than using this device before you go to bed. Am I right? And I'm also doing this to trick myself one more time, like I did with the long walk. I'm walking for 1 hour, and then I continued, and then I continued, and then I continued. So I guess all of you have heard of Atomic Habits by James Clear. Of course you have. Maybe not. If you haven't read it, what? Read it. The story of Atomic Habits, which stuck the most to me, is that James Clear had a client. He was very big and he needed to lose weight and gain muscles. So James Clear said you have to go to the gym for the next half year and you don't have to do anything. You just have to go to the gym, put on your sports clothes. You can train for 5 minutes, but you don't need to do anything. So he did that and he went to the gym and he didn't do anything. Or maybe he did, I don't know the exact story. But this is still a very good story, okay? So hear me out. He went to the gym all the time, did nothing. Half a year later, he needed to start working out at the gym. But that was now a piece of cake because it was a built-up habit now. And like this, I'm trying to build up a habit as well to read in the evening. And maybe I can sleep even a bit better. And maybe Dragon Ball can help with that. Day 65.
Okay.
I'm visiting my father, and this time my brother joined me at the gym, and that was really nice. I really love the gym he has in his area. After eating a nice quinoa salad at home, we played one of the Christmas presents I gave to them. Ticket to Ride. This is the European version and it is a lot of fun. And as you can see, it got colder and a lot of snow has built up again. Day 66. My goodness, it is cold. -5 degrees. Why? I don't want that. My wife and I took a long walk to her gym. That was super nice. And after coming home, I chilled with the cats and continued working on my battleship dungeon game. Maybe it is a good moment to introduce the game idea to you. This is a board game for 2 to 6 players where you own your own dungeon and have to loot your opponent's dungeons by sending in your loyal henchmen and heroes. Goal of the game is to gain the most points by finding the most gold, defeating the most monsters, disarming the most traps, finding artifacts, and facing an end boss. This will be great. Day 67. I was actually looking forward to today, although it is crazy stormy, but I have another Modern Warfare 2 session with my old friends. Last time, I was by far the worst player. But this time, nothing changed. But I have to tell you, on my way to this venue, which was 1 hour and 15 minutes long, I faced this terrible storm outside. And after 10 minutes, I was so soaking wet. And I thought like, I'm going home. I was almost flying because the wind was so strong in the back. And I thought like, nah, I'm doing this. So for the next 90 minutes, I fought hard against the wind, against the falling twigs and branches. It was a hardcore ride, I have to say. But you know why I followed through? Because of the big long walk. I thought like that was pain. That was hardcore. I'm not made out of sugar. So out of a sudden, it felt almost easy to ride the bicycle through the storm. I guess it has some benefits to sometimes challenge yourself a little bit more than you think you're able to. Day 68.
Yeah!
Before and after work, I played the dungeon board game against myself several times. And I won! But I found a lot of flaws and I need to fix them. And this is where the board game journey gets difficult. If I am facing obstacles, I'm normally the one who goes like, okay, that's a bit too much. Let's do something else instead. But not this time. I will push through again. Tomorrow I'm traveling to Berlin. I booked the train rides last weekend and I will meet some of my old friends. Day 69.
All right, all right, all right.
69. The main reason I was traveling to Berlin was because of a birthday party of Elisabeth Peetz, who is Germany's best female chess player since more than 2 decades, and she's still playing and going strong. For meanwhile 3 years, we have an almost weekly show in the German chess space YouTube channel called Ellis Schatztruhe, where she tries to teach me some essential chess rules. We have reached over 150 episodes so far and we are still continuing almost on a weekly basis. On the trip to Berlin, I played the dungeon board game on a piece of paper against myself. It works! So this is maybe an initial idea to have this as a pen and paper version. In Berlin, first I went to the Hacksche Höfe, which is one of my favorite areas in Berlin. And I was looking around the little shops here and there, and I also got a new haircut. There. After eating some vegan dumplings, I went to the birthday party. Elisabeth had plenty of vegan options just for me. How sweet. This birthday was nice and special because surprisingly, 2 opera singers enchanted the audience. I have to say that was a great day. I cannot wait till tomorrow. Dun, dun, dun. Day 70. I'm sick. I really caught the flu overnight. I slept for a little more than 3 hours, and going out to catch the train, I was surprised by new snow. Somehow I made it to the Berlin Hauptbahnhof and I fell asleep on the train immediately. What a great timing to get a flu. It's my holidays. And I'm recording this almost 2 weeks later and I still have the flu.
As you probably can hear already.
Wow, I wanted to hit the gym almost every day and now I had to wait for over 2 weeks. I think I read too much Dragon Ball. But you know it, that is all part of the journey. So it's my responsibility to get back on track again and do something good with all of this. So for you at home, I want you to stay safe. Right, Newton? He agrees. And by safe, I mean actually healthy.